long ago, we were scoped out by a construction company. Some builders selected us and got to work on it June 10th. Just for kicks, you slipped an audible blueprint into my mailbox that July 26th. I, of course, just thought it a beautiful song at the time. And not thinking it would matter, we dreamed about floor samples for over a year. Then, on the 12th of September, we walked into a home we never asked to be built. The frame was up, some walls too, the roof was on, the cabinets were there. In the 2B living room was a TV and a couch. On it, our favorite movie. There was even a coffee table for our feet. We rushed out, couldn't stay long. Didn't know what the hell that magic was while we were there. I know now I appeared flat as a fritter as I looked back over my shoulder for one last glance. But oh, was my heart racing. That following March, we had to go back to check on the progress. I made some friends with the contractor, told her about some finishing touches for down the road. There was a new magic there, and the flame appeared to be turned down. It was much more intense this time. It wasn't as strange, yet still slightly so. This time we slept in a bed, and there were insulated rooms in which to go. We explored and were given a tour. The builders were welcoming. We'd be back for sure. Leaving wasn't as hard, though still forced. It was softened by the knowledge of what was there, and that it wasn't going anywhere. Later that summer we went back again. There were problems with the wiring brought about by backed plumbing. The problem seemed negligible overall, but then a cracking appeared in the foundation. What happened to our home? Communication between all parties was soon in despair, all about how to, if to, and what first to repair. And for a moment I thought the whole thing be abandoned. Things got worse before they got better. Even the contractor was suddenly testy. There were a couple of months where we couldn't even find the damn thing. The maps were all wrong. In early February we found it again. The whole lot had been moved. Apparently it had wheels. This could be taken anywhere. We were warmed by its radiance, swooned by its song, told elsewhere it was 10 below, but in there it was just right. We walked into lavish furnishing, not lavish like the definition, lavish in how it made our souls feel, and how it spoke to our inner core. This was the magic we had been drenched in before. This was what we had been searching for. The plans were now actively drawn up. The things were all perfectly in place, down to every cup. The cabinets were full, memories adorned the walls. On shelves were mementos and cute little boxes to be filled later. The exploration was anew. It would appear as though the magic of the builders was alive and well, their wonder and mystery shown in finding an unlikely hiding place, all in the name of a big reveal. And to show the search was apparently as needed as the house itself. Granted, that ladder was a tough one to climb. It was a hard road through a jungle filled with landmines. We grabbed the wagon-like handle to tow it back to where it belonged. We had it with us. We weren't losing it again. Just as before, we had to part ways, and so I found myself alone. On the old street, where the house no longer fit, the structure too grandeur to be tucked away like this. I looked around, didn't know what to do. Through the airwaves, some old news renewed. For where I am, so are you. I looked back to realize I hadn't even been pulling the last few miles, and yet our house was right behind me. The only downside, I couldn't go in. I knew all the same was true for you as it still is on this 19th of June. But we know what it's like in there, for here is our house, and inside is a home. It's always near, even when it's 1,000 miles away. I may not have a key, but I don't have to look around. I know it's kept in the pocket of the loveliest girl in town.